Hello.
Hello. Welcome back to the Snowcase after several days.
Few days, not several. Few days, only a few days.
I'm going to save you the indignity of looking up the dictionary definition of several, and we're going to move on to look at today's beers, which are actually...
What is it?
You want to go down this road? Dictionary.com.
There's fur on your glass.
There's about to be fur on your ass after I kick it with this dictionary.
I haven't been to dictionary.com for a while.
Well, I mean, the dictionary still exists. Several, more than two, but fewer than many.
Yeah.
There you go. Not more than two, fewer than many. And now how do I even get with like a new web page I've never seen before? How do I even use
that tab.
Alright, I'll close this tab. You're welcome for the free traffic, dictionary.com.
December 19th.
We're gonna do 19 and 20.
Today is 21st, so we are 3 beers behind.
Technically, yeah.
But I didn't feel well, so I decided to not do it for several days.
Thank you, yes. Here we are. We'll do 1920 today. 21-22 tomorrow, maybe?
Oh, when you said 1920, I'm like, we're gonna do
the year 1920.
Yeah,
we're gonna celebrate the dawn of the Roaring 20s. World War I's been ended for a couple of years. Great Depression still hasn't hit yet. It's a good time to be alive.
Was that a rap?
No, that was a history lesson. But sometimes they're one and the same. That was the Bare Naked Ladies. That's still 8 years till the Depression hits. Something in the economy goes to shit. You know, it's all good. First one, Cooleraphobia. India Red Ale.
I don't like it. Oh, whoops, wrong one.
That's the wrong ball.
I don't like this because I don't like clowns.
Well, that's the whole point, right? A few of us here at the brewery suffer from Cooleraphobia, a fear of clowns. Maybe it's the creepy face paint, maybe it's the oversized shoes, or maybe it's memories of a birthday party gone awry. Regardless, we know that addressing our fears head-on is the best way to overcome this, and that's why we crafted this beer, a medium-bodied red ale that's been hopped up like an IPA, hence it's an IRA.
Logo.
There you go. Pours a deep reddish copper color with a marshmallow white head. Full aroma. May just change your mind about big noses.
We're not gonna pour this one because
oh right, yes.
This one you can buy it anytime.
This one is available year-round in 6-packs, some taps on drafts in some bars around the city.
I don't like clowns because they want to be funny by being dumb.
That's your problem with clowns.
And I don't find being dumb funny.
Well, luckily most of my audience doesn't feel the same way, so I appreciate that. All right, you ready, Kate?
Yeah.
This is not that exciting. We've had it a few times. I like it though. What the heck, girls? Picking cat fur, clearing the table with.
That's the life of housewife, Ryan.
A little too hoppy, huh? I don't know if you could pick it up that well on camera. And she just looked at me and went, ugh. Like the quietest like grunt of disgust. That's really good.
Part of my soul died.
Oh man. That's really good. Man, so many people in the comments for this are like, would be good except for the hops. There's been like 4 hoppy beers in the whole case so far. It's like 1 a week. Oh, I hate it. It's got too many hops. What do you think, Kate?
It's not as hoppy. I don't know. It's as hoppy as Hop Circle, but then it's Indian ale, but hoppy.
Yeah, so it's like an ale they hopped up.
basically, if you think Hop Circle is a pure green, this one is green and the orange mixed together.
Yeah.
Which would be...
Probably some flavor of brown.
Oh, yeah.
If I had to guess. I'm not great with colors, but it seems like brown is probably likely.
That's what I thought too. I never mixed orange and green together. Weirdly enough.
I can't deny. It's like a really, really powerful hops hit right at the beginning.
Yeah.
It kind of like blows the other tastes out.
Part of my soul died. 6.5% though.
6.5%. A lot of the hoppy beers are a little bit more fortified.
Ugh. I thought more I drink it, I would like it, but I'm not liking it.
Let it linger a little bit more.
Was this in the last year Snowcase?
It's the first time we had it.
No, first time you said.
That was the first time we had it.
Oh, that was the first time.
You let it linger a little bit more. You can get a little bit of that residual sweetness at the end. But this is not a beer for someone who doesn't like hops, as you know, Exhibit A right here. I think it's okay.
Like hops. I don't like hoppy.
That's
hops.
true. I would rather have like Hop Circle than this. I think. Even
Yeah.
I kind of like this, but Hop Circle is like, you know what you're getting into.
Mm-hmm.
This is a little bit. It doesn't bury the lead necessarily, but you know.
Indian ale.
Exactly.
And hop.
I think it's the kind of thing people would look at that and be like, oh, Indian red ale.
Yeah.
It's like a sweeter Indian pale ale, and then you drink it, and the first thing you get is like your mouth just dries out.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Hop bomb.
This is kind of a hop bomb. I am gonna give this 2.5.
Out of 5.
Out of 5.
I'm gonna give this one 4.
All right.
Out of 10.
This is not too bad, but you can get it year round. So it's got the holy like duality or binary. I don't know what the word would be. It's ubiquitous, so it's not really that special, and it's a little bit strong.
You can have 3 beer tonight.
Oh lordy! Thank God we didn't do. Well,
Here
I'll
you
take
go.
the coaster. Yeah. Thank God we didn't do one extra, because the other one that we're doing today is strong as well. But first comments. Well, we'll ignore those ones. Love the packaging on this. Unfortunately, green cap is a bad sign. I don't know if we ever talked about this, but when you pop the advent calendar, you can only at first see the cap. If the cap's green,
Hop.
that means it's a hop bomb, basically. And if it's not green, which in every other case is like this gold color, that indicates not hops. Not necessarily malt, but not hops. So there's only been like 4 of these.
Yeah.
And we've been amazed every time we pop it. We're like, oh, it's not a green one, which is good for. It's good for both of us. I like the occasional hops, but the label alone makes me want to pour. I know, right? This one. It is 6.5, so.
I know, right? This one.
Don't enjoy this one much. Creepy label, beer I could drink all night. This is one that should be available all year round.
You should be a friend with Davey.
Well, no, because I don't want him drinking my coulrophobia. This would be a delicious red ale if not for the hops. Unfortunately, a bit lackluster, too hoppy at the front, drinkable. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, number 2. This is one we saw at
Our
the local liquor store probably like 6 or 7 months ago, maybe longer actually. But they were like out, or I didn't get it for whatever reason, and now it's back. This is Hammer Barrel Aged Imperial Stout. You know what the barrel aged part means, Kate. A little bit of twisted oak, innocent gun kind of flavor going on.
Nice.
It is. Oh, it is 8.3%, so it's up there. Little harder than Black Jackal. But it's an Imperial Stout, and Imperial Stouts are normally like pretty...
Strong beers.
Strong beers, very strong beers. Not that carbonated. Little bitter, which I like actually, but...
Do you think this will be Jägermeister?
We'll see. I'll crack it open for you while we read here, but... You know what's an Imperial Stout I really like? Old Rasputin.
Never heard of it.
It is inert.
Inert.
As a brewer, experimentation and having fun with beer are 2 principles that have really guided our path. Barrel aging has always been on our radar, But 2011 was the first year we were actually able to get our hands on some freshly emptied whiskey barrels. We also happened to have just finished brewing our annual Hammer Imperial Stout and on a whim opted to throw some into the barrels to see what would happen. The result was one of the most delicious experiments we've done, with the warm bourbon flavors infusing vanilla and subtle sweetness into the rich roasted Hammer Stout we've come to know and love. Pours a deep earthy brown color with a caramel colored head. Aromas of sweet bourbon and vanilla. This is the wrong beer. Aromas of sweet bourbon and vanilla lead to a full-bodied roasted flavor profile.
Roasted!
Wrapped in soft bourbon with hints of dark chocolate. Hammer Barrel-Aged Imperial Stout is part of our seasonal 650 milliliter program and usually hits shelves around January. So our timeline was not that off.
I thought we saw it February.
It was after we moved, so I think it was...
Was it after? I thought
yeah.
it was before.
Nah.
March?
March, April.
Yeah.
Alright.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wow. It's got a very strong bourbon aroma at first.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very...
That smells like my...
You don't even need to smell it that hard, just...
It smells like my first year dorm room.
Yeah, it smells like my first whiskey.
Ooh.
It's tasty.
Lot of strong bourbon in that one, right off the bat.
I don't taste the bourbon though. Maybe the clown killed it.
Oh yeah, there's the bourbon.
In the very end note, you can taste the bourbon a little bit, but not a lot or strong. Like, I don't know, maybe it's the clown phobia? Was it called clown phobia?
Coulrophobia.
Coulrophobia.
That's really good.
I like this one.
I like this one a lot.
Was it supposed to be on Friday, Saturday?
This would have been Sunday's beer. Yeah, that would have been Sunday's beer. But you know, people are usually off this week. Because Christmas is on Friday, lots of people will have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off.
Right.
So you can have a Sunday beer, a nice treat. Or 3, apparently.
8.3%.
Right, so one beer is about 1.6 beers. At least from an alcohol standpoint. Let's see what other people think about this.
Boop, boop, boop.
They're talking about Twisted Oak. Hammer is quite tasty, still a very strong stout, but the bourbon flavoring is like an unexpected curveball. Enjoying mine slowly while watching Scrooged. Sorry, Screwed is a different movie. Disco Dan has a bunch of
Think easily.
racist, stereotypically Russian things to say. Super digging the Hammer. The mouthfeel almost comes off syrupy, but the sweet caramel is very tasty. Barrel aging has done this brew well.
Nice.
There's only like 5 comments. Well, you know, where's Pink Girl? Where's oh, there's Pink Girl. She says Phillips had a bunch of the bottles of Twisted Oak in store yesterday.
We did have some. We did when we went to Victoria.
We did.
Bought
We
some
took
stuff.
2 of those off of their hands. Sorry, Jean-Luc. You can have the rest. Someone else took all our Shuttleweizen, so...
Yeah, who took my Shuttleweizen? Anyways, what would you rate this?
I need to give it a little bit more breathing time. Give me a sec.
The smell is really strong though. Kind of too strong. I don't know. It's not really in an enjoyable standard of the level of the strong bourbon smell or the flavor for me. So I'm gonna give it an 8.
I would give this a 4.5 out of 5.
Alright.
It's up there. I don't like it flavor-wise as much as the Black Jackal.
Yeah.
I don't like it flavor-wise as much as a Shuttleweizen.
Yeah.
But it's up there.
Yeah.
I forget what we had recently, like the Milk Stout, I think. I was like, this is like top 3, top 4. I think this is right in there with it, but it's definitely a different flavor.
I would say that's top 4.
The Milk Stout was a little sweeter.
I think it's a little more refined. I don't know. I would call it more refined.
This is a serious drink. like
I'm chewy.
it's not unlike an old Rasputin, but with the barrel aged kind of hit. I gotta admit, I don't think that it's made worse by it necessarily, but it kind of feels like the barrel aged is just kind of like a tack on. Like I think I would like to drink this as well without the barrel aged twist to it, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
I like it. I think it's just a little bit too strong.
It's quite strong.
Just 15% less.
You know what? I would say I probably like the Twisted Oak more.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Like the Twisted Oak is it's sweet, so the bourbon gets kind of matched with the sweetness.
Yeah.
This is like the bitterness of that stout, and then the bitterness of the whiskey or the bourbon on top as well.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of an overload.
I think the Imperial Stout, Charlotte Weiss number 1. Cannot touch this. Number 2, Milk Stout.
Oh, number 2.
And then number 3 would be the Twisted Oak.
That's fair. I think I'd be looking at number 1 Black Jackal, number 2 Schotelweizen.
Oh, I totally forgot the Black.
Well, it's not your favorite.
All right.
Number 3, maybe Twisted Oak. Twisted Oak Milk Stout.
You said
Hammer.
number 1 was Black Jackal.
Black Jackal,
Number
Schotelweizen, Twisted Oak, Milk Stouts, Hammer.
Okay.
That's where I'm sitting right now. Might be forgetting some though.
I don't think so. You can go back to the Snowcase there, and then you will be able to see the label.
Okay. Oh Lord, tasting party.
Galore.
So this is like the Beet Beer, Twisted Oak.
Well, Trainwreck is not really Imperial Stout.
Trainwreck is not an Imperial Stout. Yeah, I think that's fair. Man, after tomorrow's we only have 3 left.
Oh no.
That's crazy. Yeah, I think that's where I'd come at this from. Other ones that are great that we could think about revisiting. Shortwave. Shortwave was pretty good. And what the heck was this one? The emu. Apteryx.
Kiwi. The bird was called Kiwi.
Yes.
But yeah, I think including the Black Jackal.
Yeah.
I would say Schotelweizen, Milk Stout, Black Jackal, Twisted Oak, and this guy.
There you go. You know what else was good? Rural Brewer.
Oh
The
yeah.
one with the badger on the front.
Rural
Rural Brewer. Oh, we gotta go. Goodbye.
Bye.
I'll see you tomorrow for one of my favorites.